What are you not doing today that will create regret in your tomorrow? It's so important that we connect activity to a result, because sometimes there is activity that we have to invest time into that doesn't have an immediate outcome that is visible. But we understand the importance of that season of sowing in order to enter into a season of reaping. For instance, a farmer in the wintertime will spend time maintaining their machinery. There's nothing they can do out in the fields because the fields are frozen, they're hard, they're not ready for ploughing or for sowing, but they maintain their machinery. Why? Because the activity, even though it doesn't have a visible result, is all part of the process that will bring about the visible result. And yet they would regret not doing that if in springtime, as they're trying to plough the fields, the machines break. So realize today that every activity is important in order to produce the result. But what are you not doing today that you could regret tomorrow? I love to read the Proverbs because they are packed full of wisdom for life. And Solomon, who wrote much of what we have in the book of Proverbs, himself desired wisdom above all else. We can learn from Solomon because he understood that our greatest enemy is ignorance. And of course, wisdom counteracts ignorance. It makes us aware of what previously we have been unaware of. In fact, there's a proverb connected to our coaching question today that says this: a sluggard does not plow in season, so at harvest time he looks but finds nothing. What are we expecting to see tomorrow that we're not sowing into today? What am I ignorant of? What am I not seeing that I need to be doing, that I need to be actioning in order to see about a desired outcome tomorrow? It's so important that if we have a kingdom assignment, a kingdom goal, that we understand the processes that are going to bring that about. Sometimes we can just spiritualize things and say, well, I'm just going to pray and hope that God is going to bring it about. But God wants to see a diligent worker in you and I. He wants to see people who are pursuing wisdom in order to counteract the ignorance that we have. Of course, back in the Garden of Eden, that is the enemy's greatest weapon. He came along and said, did God really say you must not eat from the tree of knowledge and good and evil? In other words, he started to create ignorance and question truth and authority. And so we need to realize if we want to build what it is that God's put in our hearts, then it's going to take wisdom, pursuing the eradication of ignorance in our lives. And of course, another proverb that Solomon gave was this, Proverbs 24 verse 3, by wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. So come on, let's throw all the wisdom we can today at our assignment, at our objective, our goal. Because even though we may not be seeing visible results right now, we need to be laying the foundations of wisdom that are linked to the visible results of tomorrow. Remember, today and every day, you're a champion, and there's more inside of you than you think.